Hi everyone. In this video, we will look at some of the most common reasons for people leaving Canada, especially new immigrants who chose to give up their permanent residency after living only for a few years. That being said, this video is only my opinion on why people choose to move out of Canada, and this is nothing against this country. I live here and I still love this country, and I'm grateful for what this place has given me so far. And every country has its own good and bad things, like the two sides of a coin. Canada is a country known for its vast natural beauty, diverse cultural heritage, and a strong economy. From the vibrant and busy cities of Toronto and Vancouver to the quiet, friendly, and elegant little towns, Canada has something to offer for everyone. With a reputation for friendliness and a strong commitment to social justice, Canada is a country that values multiculturalism and inclusiveness. Whether you are interested in outdoor adventure, urban lifestyle, or simply exploring a new part of the world, Canada has plenty to offer throughout the year. Although aspiring immigrants around the world consider Canada as a welcoming and prosperous country, a lot of migrants who are already in Canada leave this country every year, often for a variety of reasons, including better job opportunities, lower taxes, or a desire for a warmer climate. In this video, we will look at some of the reasons why immigrants leave Canada even after living here for quite a long time. Number 1. Poor healthcare system. The first and foremost reason for people moving out is due to the poor healthcare system. Although the healthcare in Canada is free and equal to all its citizens, there are a lot of downsides and flaws in the system. Recent reports say that over 6 million Canadians do not have a family physician. The other major problem is that since the COVID pandemic, you cannot go to a walk-in clinic without an appointment. Anytime you have a minor illness, you will have to wait till you get an appointment, or if it is a major problem, you can go to the emergency room. And lately, there have been reports about shortages of doctors in the emergency departments, which is raising more concerns among people. Many people move to some developing countries for medical tourism for a short period of time, while few others completely leave Canada to have a better and faster healthcare for their families. Number 2. Rapidly increasing cost of living. Like many countries, Canada is also impacted with the rising inflation, and the cost of goods and services have rapidly increased over the past few years. The supply chain was affected greatly, which caused the prices to go up. Although the big retail giants made huge profits, the general consumers are greatly affected as the demand keeps increasing but the supply was decreasing. The next big issue is the cost of housing, which comprises a big chunk of expenses for Canadians. It could be rent or mortgage, but the prices have skyrocketed over the past few years. The cost of houses have increased over $1 million in Toronto and Vancouver, and it is rapidly increasing in the other major cities. With the increasing demand and the very low supply, people find it difficult to rent a house or even a condo. It is becoming increasingly difficult to find affordable housing as the minimum wages have not increased much and most people work multiple jobs to afford a decent living. Number 3. Job opportunities. The Canadian job market in general is not a huge one, and it is also not easy to land a job, especially if you are a new immigrant. Most employers do not value your foreign work experience or education when it comes to hiring, and there is a lot of competition for tech jobs in particular. The hiring process is very complicated, I mean, if you were referred by someone, you have a high chance of getting hired for that position. So, new immigrants who are highly skilled but do not have any connection mostly end up working in factories, restaurants, and stores for the minimum wage to meet their needs at least for the first few years. The other issue is that people who worked in senior leadership roles back in their country expect to land a similar role in Canada as soon as they land. But it is highly unlikely for many people. When you come to Canada, do not set high expectations and be ready to take up a role that is lesser than what you were in your country. But you can work your way up very quickly. Number 4, less social interactions. Although Canada is a very friendly and welcoming country, most people here form a close group of friends and they hardly socialize with new people. The other reason is that Canada is culturally diverse and people speak different languages, which makes it a bit hard to make friends, especially for new immigrants. Even if you manage to make friends, it is very difficult to maintain or keep in touch with them as Canada is a very big country and as new immigrants, we would be in constant search for new opportunities and will be on the move at least for the initial few years. So it is hard to fly and visit your friends who could be in a different time zone inside the same country. For most people who have very good social relationships and a lot of friends in their home country, this could come as a culture shock, and this is a major reason for many people to leave Canada within a very few years of migrating. Also, coping with homesickness might be very hard for some people, especially students. Family reasons. When it comes to Canadian immigration, there are separate streams for economic and family immigration. Although you can bring your spouse and children with you via economic immigration, bringing other family members to Canada is not that simple. You will need to show minimum income requirements to be eligible to sponsor your parents or grandparents. Also, the process of sponsoring them is not that easy and it is very time taking. The other problem is the high cost of health insurance and the scarcity of doctors and poor health care, which makes it difficult for young immigrants to bring their elder family members to Canada as they could have a better social life back in their home country. Many immigrants, after a certain period of time, go back to their home countries to take care of their family members. Some people would like to go back to their home countries after their retirement in Canada to have a high quality of life while reducing their expenses and pay low taxes. Citizenship. A good number of immigrants value the Canadian passport greatly, so they migrate to Canada as a permanent resident and get their citizenship after a few years and establish a profitable business, invest in real estate, and settle their kids in Canada and move to their home countries. Few others move to a different developing country where they can afford the highest quality of life from their Canadian income while paying low taxes and relatively low cost of living with all the perks of a developing nation. That's all for this video and thank you for watching.